For whom the music? Prasad was very fond of music. He learned the art of singing from a renowned master and sang in the courtyard of his house every evening. A number of villagers gathered there to hear him. Prasad was not only a musician, he was also a wealthy man. He helped people who were in need generously. He was quite young when his wife died rather suddenly. That gave him such a shock that he was unable to sing anymore. However, thereafter he became more generous. Anybody who met him and begged of him some help did not go back empty handed. No wonder that some people told him false stories of their suffering and exploited him. But Prasad had lost all interest in his property. He did not care to verify whether one really needed money or it was just greed. He gave away everything he had. A time came when he was left with nothing except his house. Then people stopped coming to him. Not only that, if he needed any help, people were reluctant to give it to him. He felt disgusted. One day he told his rich neighbor Kumar, "Please look after my building. I am going out on a pilgrimage." Kumar happily took charge of his house. Prasad left the village and wandered here and there for a year. One day, while resting on the bank of the Ganga, he was filled with a sense of remorse. What is the use of living this life? He thought. Then he decided to drown himself in the holy river. He had just entered the water when someone caught hold of him. He looked back. A hermit smiled at him. "I know what you were going to do," said the hermit. "It is an insult to God to give up the life which is given to you by Him." "But I am of no use to anybody," exclaimed Prasad. "That does not mean that you should die. Learn to live quietly, peacefully, and happily. That will please God. However, if you want to please the people, I will tell you how to do it," said the hermit. He led Prasad into his hut and gave him a flute. "Whoever hears you play this will be very happy," said the hermit. "If there is any problem, come to me," he added. Prasad returned to his village. The villagers were neither happy nor unhappy to see him back. But one man was very unhappy. He was Kumar. Kumar had taken it for granted that Prasad's house had become his. Now that Prasad was back, he felt miserable. Prasad began playing his flute. People who heard it were charmed. As days passed, more and more people gathered to hear his music. Even people began coming from faraway places. Prasad grew popular and people respected him. One day, before Prasad started playing his flute, Kumar stood up and said, "Prasad, our people want to know why you play the flute for them." "What do you mean?" asked Prasad, quite puzzled. "What I mean is very clear. Whatever one does, there is a motive behind it. What is your motive?" asked Kumar. Prasad could not give an answer immediately. He simply said, "Well, I play my flute because I think I am giving joy to those who are sad, peace to those who are agitated." "Enough, enough," shouted Kumar. Then looking at the crowd, he said, "Did you hear? Prasad thinks you fellows are all unfortunate. Some of you are sad, some are agitated. He alone can give you joy and peace." The crowd kept quiet. Prasad stood up and retired into his house. The people dispersed. In the evening, a neighbor met him and said, "Prasad, what Kumar said was utter nonsense. We love your music." "But why you all kept quiet when Kumar insulted me?" asked Prasad. The neighbor had no answer to this. A little later, another villager came and said the same thing. Prasad repeated his question. The villagers said, "Well, Kumar is an influential man. He is a money lender." The people were afraid of saying anything that would go against his opinion. The neighbor explained. Prasad was not satisfied. The same night he left for the hermit's hut on the river Ganga. He told him what had happened and said, "I will no longer play the flute." "I agree, you should no longer play the flute for satisfying the others. But why should you not play it as an offering to God? Now onwards, forget all else. Play your flute only when you feel like praying. I want your music to be your prayer," said the hermit. Prasad returned to his village. Kumar was very upset. But what can he do? Now Prasad did not care for anybody's reaction. He played his flute inside his house in a small shrine whenever he felt like doing so. People who heard his flute were charmed. They requested him to play the flute in the open courtyard for all, but Prasad refused. He was in peace with his own music. Those who listened to him got a deep touch of peace. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.